What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. It's a beautiful holiday weekend. Hope that everybody had a Merry Christmas, and it's Kwanzaa right now for those who celebrate. So just happy holiday season for everyone. Um, I want to get into this story with Geoffrey Owens really quickly because I heard it earlier and I was out walking my dogs. And I was thinking to myself, you know, this man received a $25,000 gift from Nicki Minaj and he gave it back. And now he's talking about how he's struggling, right? After somebody took that picture of him at, Trader Joe's and they were trying to be shady. But the outpouring of support that he received not only from Nicki as a gift, a $25,000 gift, but also the work that he's received and support from his fellow actors in the community. That's amazing. But when I was out walking my dogs, I was thinking, instead of giving back this $25,000 gift from Nicki Minaj, he could have flown to her home. He's an actor, and maybe Nikki's a beautiful woman, right? She has, her son, her husband. If they wanted to cross over into Hollywood, as many rappers and musicians do, that they could already have some acting lessons that he could possibly give him, right? This was just me thinking. Like I said, I was just walking. So I get back here and I start looking on his Wikipedia page, and I found out that his father was a congressman, right? So I was like, oh, so Geoffrey Owens he comes from money. I started to do a little bit. I started to do a little bit more digging, y'all, and I'm laughing because this man is Yale University educated. He graduated from Yale University cum laude. And on top of that, like I said, I'm thinking he could have just gave Nicki and her family some acting lessons. It says Owens is the founder and the artistic director of the Brooklyn Shakespeare Company. He has taught acting and Shakespeare at Columbia University, Yale University, the Stella Adler Studio of Acting, the Adult School of Montclair, and Pace University. He's an acting professor. And I'm just sitting here like, what? That's blowing me. That is blowing my mind. Not only is he a skilled actor, I was just, thinking off the cuff that if he said he wanted to earn the money from Nicki Minaj, I was like, oh, well, he could just, use that skill as an actor, right? Because that's a very marketable skill. And I was like, well, he could just, give them some acting lessons. No, this man does this for a living, and he is actually he's the director of his own Shakespearean company, and it's in Brooklyn. And I was thinking to myself, it's giving very much Elvin Tiburon. Like, I know he's an actor, but sir, the method acting, Elvin, if you guys remember, he was also Ivy League educated. Him and Sandra both graduated from Princeton. Okay. Sandra had a law degree, or I'm sorry, they both were pre-law and pre-medicine. That's what it was. And instead of using those degrees, they opened a wilderness store in Brooklyn, New York. And the fact that he is the founder and the artistic director of the Brooklyn Shakespeare Company, you cannot make this up. So I was like, oh my gosh. He's also served as a judge for the National Shakespeare Competition semifinals at the Lincoln Center for at least 25 years. Sir, you have your own acting company. You couldn't have flown to Nicki Minaj's house or or asked her, next time she was in New York to visit your Brooklyn Shakespeare Company so that you could have earned that $25,000. And if you have your own acting company and you graduated cum laude from Yale University, why are you not consistently teaching? or acting or giving those, that skill, earning money from Broadway, from, your fellow actors in the community. Listen, it's hard out here for everybody. I get it. But the fact that he just gave her back her money, Nicki Minaj is a multi-millionaire and her tours are doing very, very well. She's made that back and then some. I'm talking about the multi-millions, not even a 25K. That could have been a nice tax write-off for her. That could have been a tax write-off for you and your company. All you had to do was give them some acting lessons. That was it. That would have been money earned. Yale University, y'all. Cum laude. I was like, this is giving Elvin. I'm gonna let you guys hear in his words, because the clip, he explains it, but it's blowing my mind.
Nicki Minaj.
Right.
Nicki Minaj sent me money.
Yeah, she sent you like, what is it, like, I don't want to count your pockets, but it was a lot of money.
She sent me $25,000.
Right, so
nice.
So I heard that you gave it to a charity.
I did give it to a
Why
charity.
you give that money to a charity?
You know what? I don't know.
Next time.
Now I'm like,
why did you do
contacted
that?
the charity last week to ask for it. They had used it already.
What
No. You know what it was? It was like, at the time, it seemed like the right thing to do.
What?
At the time. Listen,
well, thank
Nicki
God,
Minaj had hired me.
Okay.
She had paid me $25,000 to do something. Right? I would have said, thank you for the work. Thank you, I accept, right?
Mm-hmm.
But somehow, and by the way, this is not to say that what she did was inappropriate or I'm not grateful for it.
Right.
It was a lovely, incredible gesture. But at the time, it felt like just being given that money just as a gift just didn't seem right to keep it. I felt like, well, yeah, I'm in need to a certain extent, but there are other people that are much more in need of this money than I am.
Okay.
I was perfectly willing to accept the work, the work that Tyler gave me, the work other people gave me, and but just being gifted that money as charity, at the time, it just didn't feel right.
Was it like you felt like it was maybe a handout kind of
yes,
something?
Now, I say that, if Nicki Minaj is listening, she's I don't want her
She's going to see it.
But it was a handout.
Right.
It was a very generous, lovely handout.
Okay.
But I wasn't comfortable with that, as I said. And she said, here's $25,000, put on the show or just, whatever. Yeah, thank you very much. But anyway, it was a weird time. Because let me make this clear to everyone listening. Even today, right now as we speak, I still struggle to make a living.
Oh.
I struggle every day to make my ends meet. And people can't get their heads around that because they see me in movies, whether it's Mr. Santa or, and I'm on Papa's House on CBS or, all TV shows I've done and all that stuff. People have the impression that, well, you're making a lot of money. What's the problem? Why would you have financial troubles? They don't understand the specifics of how my industry works.
Right.
They don't understand the salaries, the pay scales.
Well, a lot of people would imagine that you had those wonderful residual checks on the Cosby Show.
Right, which were never particularly wonderful for me.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Remember, because I was not.
You were here and there.
I was here and there, right? I did maybe 20% of the shows.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Plus, the show went off away for a
It
while
did.
because of what happened with Bill.
Right.
So all that was gone. People have a false, impression of what the average, what I call middle class actor makes, and their ability to make a living in the industry. So that's what drove me to work at Trader Joe's to begin with. But I, honestly, I'm not much better off now than I was then.
Really? You can be calling Nicki and tell you get that money back.
Don't tell me.
Nikki!
And listen,
you just want to work.
I'm not
Yeah,
complaining.
just wanna work.
I'm not
Yeah.
complaining. I'm
Yeah.
grateful for the work I have.
Right.
Again, I work more than a lot of people.
Right.
So I got to keep perspective. But the fact is, I struggle every day to make my end. I have certain expenses. No one has to know what they are. But everyone has expenses.
Right, exactly.
Everyone has needs and stuff like that. So it's tough. I'm just saying, when people say, well, you must be making. People see me on the subway. They're like, "What are you doing on the subway?" I'm like. What do you think what do you expect? I ride the subway and the bus in New York all the
Okay, listen. everybody rides the subway and the bus in New York. That's fine, right? Or people walk. New York is one of the most walkable cities in the country. I can't get my mind around the fact that he said, I'm grateful for the work if Nicki had hired me. What are they teaching at Yale University? And no shade, no shade to Yale University, right? It's one of the best schools in the world. I don't understand why he did not say, instead of being passive and waiting for Nicki to, I guess, hire him essentially, not market himself as a Yale University cum laude, like the cream of the crop, sir. And your father was a congressman, so I know you went to good schools. And I can't get Elvin out of my mind, the method acting of it all. It's just, it was cute when he was 20 and fresh faced on the Cosby Show with Sandra, and it was an acting role. It's not cute in your 50s and you have an Ivy League education and your own acting company. Sir, all you had to do was say, Nicki, thank you so much for this $25,000. I understand that you're very busy. I can even fly to where you guys are in Amsterdam, whatever the case may be. She had the coin. Listen, I own my own artistic, company. I've taught acting at Yale. I've taught acting at Pace University. I've taught acting all these places. I've been, acting. I've been working as an actor since the Cosby Show, et cetera, et cetera. And I can give you guys acting lessons and I can earn your $25,000. You market yourself, sir. You market your skill. You don't turn down money. I don't care if somebody asked me or gave me $5. If I didn't want that to be a gift, I would say, that's so kind of you. How can I earn your money? How can I earn it? I can, do something for you, perform a service, be a tutor in a subject of XYZ. You went to Yale. You could have tutored the baby and gave him acting lessons. My mind is blown. And the fact that he took her money and didn't even give it back to her, he gave it to another charity. And he's talking about how he's having a difficult time making ends meet. I don't understand that when you live in one of the most sought after cities for acting, Brooklyn. People come to New York, they go Manhattan usually, but a lot of actors live in Brooklyn. And I don't understand how you're not on this radio show right here talking about your company. Listen, I'm not a marketing genius, okay? I need to market myself better as well. But I didn't go to Yale University and graduate cum laude. Or have Nicki Minaj. If Nicki Minaj, was to give me a concert ticket, I'm not turning it down. I don't care what it is. Oh my goodness. But in all seriousness, that could have been the easiest $25,000 that he made, that he earned, right? There's clearly a disconnect here, and I'm trying to make it. I don't know. He came from money. His father was a congressman, and his mom was a literature teacher. So both of his parents worked, highly educated. He's educated. He's married. He's been married since 95. It didn't say what his wife did, but if you own your own acting company and you've taught acting at Yale and Pace and all these different universities, you're an acting professor, I don't understand the disconnect, because that is absolutely marketable. That is a highly sought after profession on the market. Now, Geoffrey, it's up to you, Professor Owens, to use that degree. Listen, Elvin didn't use his Ivy League degree. Geoffrey, I need you to use yours, okay? Call Nicki, offer her acting lessons. She would do very well on the silver screen, and we need you to put that to use. Anyway, that's all I had to say. After that deep dive, I'm telling you, after walking my dogs, I was just like, I can't believe how qualified he is. And working at Trader Joe's, nothing wrong with working at Trader Joe's, but you went to Yale and graduated cum laude. What are we doing here? I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.